Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about the books that I picked up at my local library, and then I also wanted to talk about what I'm currently reading and hope to read this week. The reason that I went to the library was because I had two books on hold. One that I've already read, and I'll talk about that in a little bit, and then one that I've always wanted to read. And then while I was there, I browsed the shelves and I found these other two books that have been really hyped up, or I just was really excited to read it and I just put it off. So I'll go into that when I get to that part. But originally I went to pick up The Invention of Nature by Andrea Wolf, and I already finished reading this, but I listened to the audiobook version, and Rachel from Clonati, I'll have her channel linked down below, she read this book as well, and she said that she really enjoyed the physical copy because there were so many pictures and images that were in this book. And so I instantly got curious and I thought, well, I'll just check it out from the library and look at all of the pictures. So that's really the only reason I got this. I love that book, by the way. If anybody's interested in reading that, that's a great book. Then I also put on hold Grief is the Thing with Feathers by Max Porter, and this is a book that I've had on my TBR for years and years. So long ago that I don't even remember who I heard about this book from. But I remember that somebody was talking about this book and I immediately put it on my TBR, and then I kind of forgot about it because they didn't have it at my local library. So I didn't want to spend the money on it, and so I just kind of left it there thinking that one day I'll get to it. So one of the first things I did when I moved to Tucson was get a library card and an account, and then I went through my Goodreads TBR and I pretty much just looked up a bunch of books on the library's online website, their catalog, to see what they had, and they had a ton of books, and this was one of them. So I figured I would try it. I don't really know much about this book. I've completely forgotten why I got it, like I said. But when I opened up the cover here, one of the things that kind of piqued my interest was the bottom paragraph, and I'll just read that to you. It says, part novella, part polyphonic fable, part essay on grief, Max Porter's extraordinary debut combines compassion and bravura style to dazzling effect. Full of angular wit and profound truths, Grief is the Thing with Feathers is a startlingly original and haunting debut by a significant new talent. So that's a lot of praise and kind of a lot of build-up. So I'm really hoping that it meets my expectations, even though honestly I don't have much. I know that it's going to be different. I just don't know, what I'm going to get when I start reading it. So I will let you guys know. I also really like this book because I think this is going to meet the challenge, the Magical Readathon challenge, where we're sitting for our OWLS exams, because it has symbols on the cover, and I was looking for a book that has symbols on the cover to meet one of the challenges. So I'm really excited to have this, and I hope to start that this week because it's so short. The other two books that I picked up, one of them was a book that I've been wanting to read for a long time, and that is The Good People by Hannah Kent. And I have been putting this off because I loved her first novel so much, Burial Rites. And once I found out that she was writing a second novel, I immediately added it to my TBR. And then when it came out, it got mixed reviews, and I didn't want to be influenced by other people's experiences with the book. So I kind of set it aside and I told myself I'll get to it later. Well, I feel like now it's pretty good time to dig into this without kind of having people's reviews and thoughts in my head as I'm reading it. Does that happen to anybody else, where you read reviews or you watch a review and you're just like, you can't really pick up the book, or if you do pick up the book, it's like the influence is there? Maybe I'm just crazy, but anyway, I picked this up. I'm going into it with really low expectations because I know that it's going to be completely different to Burial Rites, and maybe that's a good thing. So I will be hopefully picking this up in the next week or so. And then this other one I got because this is a really hyped up book here on BookTube, and I finally decided to just go for it when I watched Claire's recent video. I don't remember what her video was, but I'll leave her channel link down below because her channel is one of my favorite channels, and she loves this series and she raved about it. And so I thought, well, let me go to the library and see if it's there. If it's there, then it's fate, and I'll start reading the first couple pages to see if it interests me. And so I decided to pick it up, and that's My Brilliant Friend by Elena Ferrante. And this is just one of those books with, we all know about the horrible, cheesy cover, and is one of those books that I have yet to hear someone not like, so I figured I would try it. I'm going to go into it with really low expectations and just hope for the best. And honestly, this is not a priority. I really want to get to the other books that I'm talking about in this video first. And then when I have some downtime, I would like to read this. This would also meet the challenge of the owls for like historical fiction. So hopefully I get to it. I started reading it and I really was kind of engaged right away. So I think that's a good sign. And then for the last two books I wanted to talk about, the first one is the one that I'm currently reading right now, and that's Prince of Thorns by Mark Lawrence. And I picked this book up because I read Red Sister by him and I really enjoyed it, and I was just itching for some sci-fi and fantasy. I've just been in a sci-fi fantasy kick lately. And so I started reading it and I'm already like, I want to say 70% of the way through. I probably will finish this one today. I only have like 100 pages left, either today or tomorrow, but this has been a really fun read so far. Mark Lawrence he doesn't know, I don't know if he doesn't know how to write about happy characters or if he just doesn't think that they're interesting at all, but his novels are always so dark and gritty, and the character is usually like the main character is usually an anti-hero or someone with like a really dark past or someone that's super imperfect, and so that makes a lot of his stories just really interesting. The characters are really interesting, and so I've been really digging this one. I'll go into a little bit more about it when I finish it. And then finally, I wanted to talk about the book that I hope to start soon. And this I picked up from my shelves. This is a book that's on my 2018 TBR, and that's No Country for Old Men by Cormac McCarthy. I think I've talked about this book already on my channel like 3 or 4 times, but I really wanted to get to this book at the beginning half of the year, and with the move and everything, it's kind of pushed everything back, but I really wanted to get to it. If not this month, then next month for sure. I just want to kind of knock this one out of my physical TBR. So that's all the books that I am either hoping to read soon or I'm currently reading. Let me know down in the comments if you've picked up anything good recently, or if you have any recommendations for me, or if you just want to talk about any of the books that I have shown you guys in this video. I would love to talk about them with you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.